Hi, how are you? Yeah, thanks for coming. Okay. How's the new job? Fantastic. I'm actually playing a Spanish piece called Di Siempre by Mexican composer. That's a tip.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington. We are a congregation that welcomes all people, people of all backgrounds, races, genders, sexual orientations, disabilities, and abilities, both seen and unseen. At UUCA, we encourage people to come for community, find inspiration, and live with purpose together. My name is Jim Finley, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. Today is Sunday, December 10, and whether this is your first time worshiping with us or your regular Sunday routine, we're glad you're here. We here at UUCA are highly active and engaged as a community, so I encourage each of you to go to our newsletter for all the latest news and activities in our church. However, I have a few announcements. Today, we are delighted to firstly welcome back Reverend CTC from sabbatical. Secondly, we have a few musical events in the church coming up real soon. Today, we have the Virginia Bronze Concert later on, I guess in the late afternoon. And then we also have next Saturday coming up the National Chamber Ensemble Concert, which will feature our own Leo Shashansky, thank you. And then we will also be today holding our arts and crafts sale. We have more than 50 artists offering a unique opportunity to buy jewelry, pottery, soaps, international gifts. And this fair serves as a fundraiser for UUCA. Lastly, with much taking place here today, we're supposed to have the Buckingham cooks in the back offering wonderful food for us all, so we should not need to go hungry. Now, I'd like to invite everyone to rise and greet one another, encourage you to find someone you haven't met before to greet today. Thank you.
Good morning, church. Oh, you can do better than that. Good morning, church. Good morning. This morning's call to worship is called Stay Connected. No matter how weak or frightened we may feel, we each have gifts to make a difference in this world. In the coming week, month, and year, let us remember to do these things: support the broken, welcome the stranger, celebrate all that is worthy and thoughtful and meaningful, execute and actually implement acts of justice, and let ourselves shine brightly with the light of love. Let us continue to be strong, to stay connected, and to act in ways that make us and the entire world feel a little bit more whole. Come, let us celebrate the gift of life, the joy of community, and the services that we do in love and with laughter. Come in. Let us worship together this morning.
Each week, we light a candle of compassion, holding in our hearts all those who are experiencing violence, loneliness, grief, loss. Today, as we have been for many weeks, we light our candle of compassion. Thank you for that light, Rev CTC. We light our candle of compassion with care for the people in Gaza and Israel as violence continues. We also light our candle today with special care and tenderness for our Jewish siblings and those among us who light the candles of the menorah during Hanukkah this season. If you would like to light a candle in community with others, you are welcome at the Hanukkah party this evening held by Kol Ami, the Jewish congregation that has been nested within our congregation for more than 20 years. Whatever our traditions, whatever our background, may we light candles of justice and candles of peace. We also join our sibling Unitarian Universalists around the world in lighting a chalice each Sunday. I invite you now to join me in the chalice lighting words written in your order of service, that we may be one voice. We gather together as a community of memory and hope to celebrate life and its infinite possibilities for love. We light this chalice as a symbol of the light within every human heart. May our individual sparks meet and merge, bringing both light and warmth to the world. I invite you now to rise in body and in spirit and join in singing hymn number 6, Just as Long as I Have Breath.
Just as long as I have breath, I must answer yes to life. Though with pain I made my way, still with hope I meet each day. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to life. Just as long as vision lasts, I must answer yes to truth. In my dream and in my dark, always that elusive spark. If they ask what I did well, tell them I said yes to truth. Just as long as my heart beats, I must answer yes to love. Disappointment pierced me through, still I kept on loving you. If they ask what I did best, tell them I said yes to love.
One of the juiciest moments in our morning services is named Wisdom Lesson. It can be particularly juicy because we're not always sure where the story is going to go or how our young pilgrims are going to accept it. The wisdom lesson today is about hope. If you all would like to hear a story, now is the time. Please come forward to the steps. The young and the young at heart, anyone who would like to hear the story, please come on up. We have a special guest this morning. My grandson, Andrew, is with us. Give him a wave. Hi. Wait, she came, she went. Oh, good, there's more. This is good. So, guys, I have this story, sort of, that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to need some helpers. So I need someone to hold my sign. Can you be trusted with a Sharpie? Are you sure? Because it's a Sharpie. Yes. It's not a washable marker. It's a Sharpie. Is your parent in the room? I just want to let you know I'm giving your child a blue Sharpie. I believe in you. I believe that you can do it. Okay. Thank you very much. And then I need someone, but you don't even know what I want you to do. Yeah. I need someone to pass out these acorns. Everybody can take one or two, but the key is you have to hold them. They're not marbles. We're not throwing them around. We're holding them for the story. Did you get an acorn? Yes, you got one. Does everybody down here have one? Oh, please, you take it and pass them that way. No, not the cough drop. That's mine. Just the acorns. Yeah, there's a cough drop in there. Because it's December and ministers get throaty, so there's a cough drop in there. Everybody got one? So tell me what you know, scribe. Are you ready? You have to have the pen open, honey. There we go. Tell me what you all know about hope. Is there something that you hope for? Anything? Yes. A camera. Could you write camera? Thank you, scribe. Anything else you're hoping for? Yes. Nintendo. Are the parents listening? Yes. Nintendo. Okay. Oh, Nintendo.
Is camera spelled with two A's?
We know that's, it's okay, we know that's camera. N-I-N, what's the rest? Ten-do. N-N-D-O. Something else that we're hoping for? Yes? A pet. Would that be like a four-legged creature? A dog. Actually, a dog. But you could put dog next to that. Other hopes, yes. Apple Watch. Where is your mom? Apple Watch. Do you, a particular version or? Oh, I'm sorry. And one more? What'd you say? Go ahead. Apple Watch. We have 2 Apple Watches. I think we're close to Christmas, guys. We have these things that we're being. Oh, yes. Phone. Would that be an iPhone or a Samsung phone or? We're just hoping we pick up someone that wants to sponsor us. Yes? Okay, so one more. A stuffy. And do you have one too? Okay. A beanie bag. Last one. What else?
A Ronaldo costume.
A Ronaldo costume. Well, they know what that is, so it's okay. We can put that on the list. So the reason that you have an acorn is because, where'd my acorns go? Oh, wait. Oh, there they are. Can I have that, please? And the cough drop. Thank you very much. Acorns are like tiny examples of hope. Don't tell on people. It's okay. Tiny examples of hope. If you have an acorn and all you do is hold it in your hand, will anything happen to it?
No.
No.
Yes.
What'll happen?
It'll exhaust over time.
It'll exhaust over time. Will it grow?
No.
No.
Fertilizer, soil. Actually, if you're outside.
No, it's in your sun. Okay, so what do we need for an acorn if this is an example of hope to turn into something? We need the elements. We need to be outside. I heard that. What else? Yes? What? Soil and nutrients. Yes? Water. Yes? Minerals. So if an acorn is like hope, is like an idea, it needs to be nurtured to turn into what? A tree. If you look at these acorns, can you guys tell what kind of tree they came from? Does anybody know? A maple tree. That's absolutely right. So if you took your acorn and you put it outside somewhere nicely, and you planted it, and you nurtured it, and you made sure it had water and minerals and sun, would it grow into a tree? Yes? Yeah, it would. It would turn, oh, yeah, show the people. We have hope, and we have a tree and an acorn. Thank you, sir. But what if you took your acorn and all you did was hold it tight in your hand? What would happen then? It wouldn't grow into anything, would it? If you didn't nurture it and love it and give it water and sun and light. So I'm wondering if you guys can tell me, now that you know about acorns and what it needs for something to turn into hope, what would you do to spread more hope in the world? What might you do to help people be hopeful? Yes.
Give your acorn to someone else.
Give your acorn to someone else. Yes, yes.
Eat it.
Eat it. I don't understand that one. Yes.
Give it to a squirrel.
Give it to a squirrel. I like that one. In the 9:15 service, one of the kids said, well, if you have an acorn and you give it to a squirrel and a squirrel eats it and then the squirrel poops and there's squirrel scat, that could turn into a tree. So by sharing it with the squirrels, you'll grow more trees. And if we grew more trees from our little acorns, what would the trees maybe do? Yes?
Help us breathe.
Help us breathe. That's right, because what do trees do? Yes?
Produce oxygen.
Produce oxygen, yes?
Help animals
Yeah.
have shelter.
Help animals have shelter.
Sometimes they can make water.
And sometimes they can make water. So all in all, if I took this whole basket of acorns and we were to turn them all into trees, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So thinking the same one,
Instant tree acorn.
instant trees. Thinking the same way, if you guys took all your hopes and your dreams and you nurtured them and they weren't just phones or video games, you could make the world a better place, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yes. What are some of the things you might hope for that aren't concrete, that are more ideas? I hope for peace all the time. Yeah, write these down too. So peace, what else?
No more war.
No more war, right? Yes.
Solve world hunger.
To solve world hunger. You guys are awesome. If we could harness that power and nurture those ideas, you guys could change the world. That'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? Okay, I think we have everything on our hope board. Peace, no war, no world hunger, a Ronaldo costume, a stuffy, a camera, and 2 Apple Watches are on our hope list. Oh, 3. Make that 3 is what he said. All right, guys, we're going to sing you out. Thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it. You get to keep the acorns. Those are for you. I'll take the board. All right, let's sing them out. The words to sing them out are in the order of service. The acorns are yours. Yes.
Peace to you on your way. May you grow in love each day. Meeting new friends and opening your mind to the wonders of the world you will find. To the wonders of the world you will find.
Hope springs eternal, is what they say. I want you all to take a breath in, please. And then let that out. And maybe one more. Breath in and let that out. As we move deeper into our service this morning, I'd like to offer you a prayer. Source of sources, Divine One, that which moves and shapes the present, holds the past, and moves us to the future. Source of sources, draw near to this place and these people. Come and shine your light upon our hearts and minds. Show us the pathways, the lit pathway to love, the quiet pathway to hope, the pathway to wisdom and warmth and grace and compassion. Draw near to this place and let nothing burden us while we are gathered in community this morning, while we are here in this sacred space. Draw near around us, within us, and moving through us, and help us recall things that are good and light. Help us hold on to the goodness and the light in the world. Oh, dear source, we know we may pass only once through this world. Let any good thing we can do, any kindness we can show to those around us, let it be done. Let it happen now. Shift our hearts away from indifference and ambivalence and shepherd us towards action so that we may do something good, something virtuous, something lovely and filled with delight. So we may do these things for a friend or a loved one, for a partner, a spouse, or our children, or in this month of December, in this holy season, so we may do them for complete strangers. Lead us. No, not just lead us, push us to do the good things and to be good people right now. Do not let us neglect our friends and family as we are caught up in the fury of December. Oh no. Instead, let the river of strength and kindness that is already here, flowing from person to person, let that river provide the sustenance we need to support one another on this day, on all the days in December, and in each and every day that lies ahead. Draw near to us. Bring strength and grace and compassion to each person in this room. I offer this prayer and close with Ashe. Blessed be, and Amen.
Before we take our collection, so ushers, just a moment at ease. Our ushers are standing ready, and I know that they always welcome others. I'll use that as a little mini plug to join our wonderful usher team. But I'd like to share our reading first. This reading comes to us from from 2010, though I think it will feel very relevant for today. And it is a conversation between two journalists, David Brooks and Gail Collins, on the true meaning of Christmas. Now, I will note, and it's relevant to this conversation that David and Gail have, that David Brooks is Jewish and Gail Collins is Christian. And I will also note, as you'll discover, that this conversation is a little tongue-in-cheek while also getting to some of the deeper questions of the season. It is in two voices. Gail begins. David, I know you're a big fan of community building activities. How do you come down on Christmas? I don't mean the religious feast, but the all-encompassing retail sales-enhancing holiday season, in which Americans of all stripes celebrate the winter solstice with family gatherings, exchanges of gifts and cards, and the singing of really terrible seasonal songs. Actually, the songs are the one part that I think cannot be pulled off without religiosity. That Mariah Carey thing, which is apparently the most popular holiday song in the nation, is worse than a Holly Jolly Christmas. I said it would feel relevant. I think it's still the most popular holiday song in the nation. I actually like it, personally. David Brooks responds, I'm so glad you asked me about Christmas. I am not a Jew for Jesus, but I am definitely a Jew for Christmas. Christmas is one of the best things you Christians have given us, along with mac and cheese, Bono, croquet, and politeness. I don't know about that last one. I'm sort of worried about the overshadowing of the terrible old Christmas songs, but my main worry about Christmas is this. The quality of the holiday deteriorates the further one gets from Manhattan. In the city, you've got trees for sale on the street. You've got the vendors selling hot chestnuts. You've got the Christmas windows, the Rockettes, the huge lighted star over Fifth Avenue, and the big tree outside the Today studio. Christmas in Manhattan is great, but it gets diluted where I live now, out in Mallville. In fact, I think New York Jews should all volunteer to trade places with people in Milwaukee or some other Christian-heavy city for the month of December. This would allow more room for Christians to enjoy the holiday in the Big Apple. It would yield the greatest good for the greatest number. He is an ethicist, I guess. Gail responds, you're right, there's a Christmas tree vendor on my corner, and I love the feeling as if I'm walking through a forest on my way home from the subway. A forest of entirely dead trees, but still kind of nifty. But about Christmas, the holiday season has pretty much uncoupled from the feast of Christmas, and I'm surprised religious conservatives don't find that to be a blessing. When I was a kid living in a very Catholic part of the country, people worried about the commercialization of Christmas. They were afraid the story of the Nativity was getting lost amid the purchasing of toys and small appliances. Secular Christmas songs were looked down upon. Singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in my Catholic school was as unthinkable then as singing the first Noel in public schools is today. Now, the March of the Santas has so completely overrun the month of December that it should be easier for people to focus on the religious aspects of the 25th. Particularly since they're very likely to be having their actual present exchange on some other day when the relatives can all be assembled. I say that as a person who will be on a plane on December 25th, flying to Ohio for a family Christmas that is actually scheduled for December 27th. So I say celebrate Christmas for its importance in the Christian religion, but admit that the 2-month-long public festivity during which it occurs is essentially a multicultural holiday season. David Brooks isn't having it. As for the loss of the Christian integrity of the holiday, I am militant. There's a security guard at a building I visit a lot. He's Muslim and I'm Jewish. We both wish each other Merry Christmas when we see each other. None of this vacuous happy holidays. We're taking a stand for religious substance. But Gail continues. I don't know, including the tree as part of this month-long public festivity. Now, the idea of putting a holiday tree in the town square seems to drive conservatives particularly nuts. But everybody loves that tree, and since the pagans thought of it first, I don't think one group can claim a patent. David, I hate to sound holier than the Pope, But it's a Christmas tree. You Christians stole it from the pagans fair and square, and there's no reason to give it back. That cultural appropriation was a great advance, adding depth and moral content to mere nature. Now we are devolving to vacuousness. A sign of this decline, by the way, is the number of Christians who feel free to go to the movies on Christmas Day. It used to be that the cineplexes were like half-empty synagogues on Christmas. Now you can barely get a ticket. When Christians start eating Chinese for Christmas dinner, the end of civilization will really be at hand. Gail, well, I get the last word, and it's Merry Christmas, David. Now we will take our offering, an offering that invites us to give in the holiday spirit, however that may appear for you. Here at UUCA, we give 70% of all that is collected on a Sunday to an organization or organizations whose values resonate with our own. In December, we are sharing with the UUCA Social Justice Fund, which allows us to take part in projects throughout the year, things like making meals for our neighbors who are currently unhoused, or taking a bus to get to a rally so that we might share our voice for justice. The Social Justice Fund makes it possible for us to easily live our actions, our values into action. I invite you to give generously and to do so in whatever way works best for you, cash or check in the plate, using the QR code on the order of service, or giving online. We receive now your gifts as well as gifts of music from our musicians. As the ushers bring our collection forward, I invite you to join me in blessing the many gifts, the many gifts that we receive and give this morning. We bless and receive these gifts, opening our hearts to true generosity. Let us be grateful when we give, be it time, talent, or treasure. Let us be grateful for our needs and the experience of vulnerability. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts to nurture this congregation. Thank you.
Every time I feel this way, this old familiar sinking, I will lay my troubles down by the water, where the river will never run dry. Hallelujah. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. By and by, I will lay my troubles down by the water, where the river will never run dry. It's been said, and I do believe, as you ask, so shall you receive. So take from me these troubles, bring me sweet release, where the river will never run dry. Hallelujah. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. By I will lay my troubles down by the water, where the river will never run dry. There is a river in this heart of hearts, with a knowingness of my highest good. I am willing, I will do my part, where the river will never run dry. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. Hallelujah. I'm gonna let myself be lifted. By and by, I will lay my troubles down by the water, where the river will never run dry. Where the river will never run dry. This river will never run dry.
Wow. Today is the 10th of December. I don't know where you are on your shopping list. I don't know if you still need to go to the post office and put something that you bought here in a box to send it someplace else. But it is December, dears, and there is no getting away from it. Ready or not, happy or sad or ambivalent, December is upon us. But it brings with it blessings and burdens and challenges and beauty. The holiday season is here. Let us figure out a way to embrace it, to hold it close, to find the blessings that are dropped on our doorstep that become earworms in our ear with songs that put us in a place where we gain 5 to 10 pounds before January 1st. Let us embrace the blessings, large and small. This month alone contains World AIDS Day, Hanukkah, Boxing Day, Winter Solstice, Kwanzaa, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. Whew. And in many of our homes, there is a special meal or a dish or a party or something to go with the majority of those days. It's so easy to be gleeful one moment and despondent or a little bit depressed the next. And that's not unusual. December brings its share of anxiety and stresses because between these Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, what do? We spend too much time with family or not enough time with them. We fill multiple caregiving roles. We handle personal and family illness. We deal with the demands of work. We struggle through expectations of what we should, would, could, wish we had done. Some of us are managing seasonal affective disorder too. And many of us, not even knowing we've started the cycle, spin into overscheduling, overindulging, and overspending. As a result, in this period packed with expectations and filled with too much to do, what we lose sight of is the magic and the mystery, the wonder and the blessings of the season. And guys, that's when it's really easy to start feeling kind of grinchy. No matter how you feel, maybe the following tips will help you move through December and the holiday season with a bit of joy, taking lighter footsteps, and ready to enjoy the holidays as much as possible. Now here I'm going to issue a disclaimer. I have given a sermon in December for 12 years now. Every single one of those sermons has a few components of what you're going to hear right now. Several of these components you've heard the last 2 years from this mouth in this sanctuary. And here's why. December is always coming, and December is always a little bit of a bear. What I hope in this December sermon is to offer you a few ways to move through it with grace and a little bit more ease. The first one, reflect on what is important to you during the holidays. Stop, breathe, get intentional. Think about what you really need in December to feel like December happened. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, I'm going to see Step Africa at the Arena Theater with my grandson who is 9 and loves nothing more than a step show and drumming. I decided weeks ago that what I needed in December was 4 hours of time with Andrew in one place where he thought I was the best grandmother in the world because I took him to see drumming. It will feed me for the rest of the month. Decide what it is you need to do and how you want to spend your time so you have a meaningful holiday. If you don't sit down, and please do it this afternoon because we're already at the 10th. I know some of you type A's and list makers and stuff have already done this. But if you haven't, please go home and do this afternoon. Because if you don't, you're going to have a December that when you look back from January 1st, you will not remember what you did, why you did it, and you won't feel fulfilled. And I don't want that for any of you. Reflect on what you want, make a plan, and make it happen. The plan. Try to plan at least one activity that is important to you for any of the holidays you celebrate in this period. We've already moved through Diwali, the holiday of light for the Hindu community. Did I get that right? Diwali? Yes. I don't particularly celebrate that holiday, but what I realized years ago is I need every candle in my house lit at some point every day in December. When I go home this evening and the dark has fallen, I will walk around my condo and light candles in every single room. Like the step show, the candles bring December to life for me. They bring the feeling of joy to me. They bring holiness into my condo. Make a plan, figure out what's important to you, follow the plan. Next, communicate what you need to the people that are around you. I'll go back to the step show. Listen to this phone call with my daughter. Yvonne, December is coming. I need time with Andrew. Well, he's really busy. He's got swim team. He has his own drumming lessons. He has to do indoor baseball practice. He has a new pitching coach. Yvonne, I need time with Andrew. Well, let's see what we can do to work it in before the 23rd. Yvonne, I'm going to pull every grandmother chip in the bank here. I've also already invested money in tickets on this day and this time. You need to have Andrew to church on the 10th at 10:30. Ask for what you need. You know what you want for this to feel holly jolly and not bah humbug. The people around you want your needs and desires to be met. Sometimes they change from year to year. But if you don't ask for what you want, then you will be in January without having received the joy of the holiday season. Next, the holiday season, guys, from Thanksgiving to January is a marathon, not a sprint. Put power bars in your glove box. Put some water bottles in the back seat of the car. Plan your meals ahead. If somebody asks to help you, oh, please let them. Take the cookies, take the casserole, let them decorate the tree and you just sit and drink eggnog. If someone's willing to help you in the month of December, don't you realize that's a gift? Let them give it to you. Accept the present of generosity. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Make sure you get some rest. Hydrate yourself. Think about the things you actually want to do and gently let go of the others. I learned the first year I was a full-time ministerial intern that in December it is impossible to go to every single thing that a church member invites you to go to. My boss, my teaching minister at the time, Reverend Bruce Bodie, didn't tell me ahead of time this was going to happen. Afterwards, he said, it was a learning experience. You have to figure out how to manage December. During it, I felt terrible. I kept telling people no. No, I can't come and do the cookie baking with you. No, I'm sorry, I'm already doing this thing for Kwanzaa. No, actually, I don't want to have Thanksgiving dinner at the church or at the house. It's the one time my family's coming to Pennsylvania. Look, you can say no. Just don't do it like a Grinch. Just own it and say, I'm sorry. I have too many things on my plate already. I'm going to have to let this one go. Say it with joy. Say it with compassion, but say it. You can't go to all the things and do all the things. Your endurance will be better if you pick a few things, calendar them, and make sure you have some of your daily routine staying in place. The last three I'm going to roll into one sentence because you all know these, you know these, you know these. Monitor your alcohol use. Know what medications you need to be taking and manage your spending. I told the 9:15 service something that I absolutely stole from Hoda on the Today Show. When you go on Amazon on that app, fill up your cart. Don't buy it. Fill it up. Let your cart sit overnight. Enjoy the sensation of shopping. And when you get up in the morning, delete, 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 delete. Don't buy a damn thing. Everybody wants to buy all the tinsel and the sparklies and the ugly sweaters and a zillion things you don't need. And stocking stuffers, my friend, nobody remembers what was stuffed in their stocking unless it was a diamond engagement ring the next day. Do not do it. But look at them. Put them in your cart. Enjoy that sensation of merriment and, oh, I found the perfect harmonica. It's red and shiny. And then the next day, delete, 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 delete. Before you delete, look at the amount of money you were going to spend. $79.82 on stocking stuffers. Give it to the food bank instead. Give it to the Boys and Girls Club instead. Give it to Doorways instead. You have the means to fill an Amazon cart, and in one button click, you can bring all that stuff home, or you can look up Doorways and send them the same amount of money you would have bought on things you will not remember that you bought in January. The alcohol and the medications monitoring goes without saying. I told the 9:15 service, I love a mimosa. I do. The effervescent bubbles of the champagne or Prosecco, the orange juice, and a little splash of cranberry juice that makes it that lovely rosy pink color. I will go to one bottomless brunch with mimosas in December. One. I will not have mimosas every morning for breakfast. When I was on sabbatical, I had a lot of mimosas. Alcohol changes who you are. It changes how you move through the world. It changes how you respond to slights and bumps and pieces of conversation. Monitor your alcohol. Decide when you're going to drink and how much you're going to drink. Please do not let your consumption of alcohol spill onto other people, particularly during the month of December. The last one I want to leave you with is all these gatherings, how to manage them, and how to manage expectations. When you bring all of your family members together, some of whom haven't seen each other for a full year, in the crisis that is going on in the world is on fire, there's politics, the election is coming. Excuse me, I have to say Trump this morning is on trial yet again. When you put all of that in one house, in one family room, on one gray sofa, combustible, something could happen. Build-in breaks. Put some of those people in an upstairs bedroom with a tray with tea and cookies on it and Nat King Cole playing in the background. There is no rule that says we all need to be in the same room at the same time having the same food on a holiday. And in fact, you'll get to know something about somebody in your family a little bit better if you break it down into small pods. And always send the children outside. Rain, sleet, snow, they are like postmen. Send them babies outside. They'll be happier, you'll be happier. They can come back in all wet or muddy or bundly or whatever it is that they come in, and then they get to have sugar, and you send them outside again. My point is this: putting multiple generations and multiple cultures and multiple people who don't normally spend time together in one small place is a dangerous idea. Let's split them up. Let's share the wealth all over the house. That way, you actually get to have real conversations. Expectations can spoil December. You have to manage them. I know it can be uber challenging because everyone wants the perfect holiday. But it's up to each of us to manage the stress and strain that comes in this period. Hold on to your hopes and dreams. Pick something and make it actually happen so you can take a Kodak picture in your brain and hold that perfect piece of day with you. But always remember, the tips are good, but they won't help you create the perfect holiday because perfection is never the goal. Never the goal. having a peace-filled and peaceful holiday season, a season where you develop meaningful relationships, where you feed your spirit. That's what allows you to create lasting memories. That's what matters. You've got to find the blessings, large and small, to get through and enjoy December. I hesitate just a little bit to use the word blessing in a room full of UUs because sometimes it's loaded. But all blessing is indescribable, amorphous, and unexpected joy. Bless each other with that. If you see a tiny miracle, tell someone. Offer the blessings that you see as we move through this month. Sometimes for many of us, the term blessing is heavy. It has too much religious connotation laid on it. I want you to take blessing this month and just put it over here, shimmery and lovely and full of light, and then offer them to someone. Because blessings were meant to be shared. As I close this morning, I'm going to take a moment and do a commercial for two things that are coming up here at UUCA. Our Sundays are going to be jam-packed. We are having services on Christmas Eve. We're having a special project on Christmas Eve morning, a service project, not regular church. Those are all important. But there's two things happening on weeknights this month that I really want you to know about. We're having a winter solstice, Here Comes the Sun service on the 21st. Music, candles, multi-generational. It's going to close with the rousing sing-along of Here Comes the Sun. Please try to make time to come to that. The other service we're having is equally as important. We are having a Blue Christmas service, and that is on Thursday the 14th. This Thursday evening. It'll be here in the sanctuary. It's in the center? Oh, I'm wrong. It'll be in the center. It is this Thursday at 7 o'clock. Blue Christmas is not the winter solstice service, which moves us up so much. Blue Christmas is the service for anyone who has a little bit of a hard time in December, who's not so holly jolly, who maybe lost somebody in this holiday period, who needs a place to lay their burden down. There will be music. There will be ritual. It's going to be led by Reverend Amanda. I really offer these two services to you in addition to our regular stuff. A little bit different on a weeknight, but another way you can gather in community and share the blessings of December. I was going to do How the Grinch Stole Christmas for the children's story, but I read it out loud and found out at 1,400 words, it was like 13 minutes long. So that's why we had the story with the acorn instead. But it would not be proper to leave the chancel without a little bit of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I'm going to offer you the last few paragraphs of Dr. Seuss's amazing story. The Grinch has taken everything from the Who's down in Whoville. He thinks he's stolen Christmas. He thinks the Who's are all going to be brokenhearted and sad. But you know this story. That is not what happens at all. And he heard a sound rising over the snow. It started in low and then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. No, this sound was merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook to his boots. What a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. He puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, he thought, is a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And later that day, he, himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. May you figure out a way to manage December. May you stand next to each other like the Who's in Whoville, hand in hand, singing Bahu Rahu. This month is for us. The blessings are here. Please hold them. Please find the shiny light and share it with someone on your journey. Amen. Ashante. Blessed be. And like David Brooks heard from that woman journalist, Merry Christmas. Silver bells in the rousing style that we do on 15 days before Christmas. The words are in your order of service. The choir has been practicing. Please rise, embody your spirit, and join in Silver Bells.
I invite you as we close to join in our chalice extinguishing. Our chalice, in fact, does not seem quite lit at this moment, but no, that's okay. It's lit in our heart. No, let's light it. Well, Rev CTC did say she liked all the candles.
All the candles.
All the candles.
All the time.
So the chalice, which now is relit, we will immediately extinguish. But if you will join me in our chalice lighting words, you'll see that something stays lit. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light and warmth it represents. These we carry with us, bringing our sparks of love to the world.
Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead, you try. Okay. See, it didn't want to go out. As you leave this place, remember, our lives and world are complex and complicated. We can hear the world groaning around us. We can hear it wailing under the twin weights of pain and deep sorrow. But as you go, remember that the well-being of the whole human family lies at your fingertips. So listen closely, hear the weeping, acknowledge the hurt and the harm around us, but never ever give up hope. Take the light you gained from this place outside and offer it to the world. Take the love contained in this brick and mortar and concrete and spread it among those you bump into today. As you move into your week, remember that joy goes hand in hand with compassion, and nobody knows what's happening in somebody else's life. Our journeys could be hard. Walk forward, head up, held high, bringing joy and love and light to the world. And come back next Sunday because we're here for you. Blessed be.
Mistakes that I have made, or any other thing that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am light. The color of my eyes, I am not the skin on the outside, I am not my age, I am not my race, my soul inside.